Look at that. The magic of editing. See, I just bought a $10,000 piece of audio editing equipment to create that effect.
That beautiful segue that you just created, or fade.
Yes.
Fade
It is either that or Chris McCarthy was handheld his cell phone and walked slowly away. One or the other. We'll let you guys decide. We have a very exciting podcast. We're banging them out this week. 3 this week.
3 this week. Wow.
4 in 7 days. Very exciting. And every guest we just keep building. Better and better and better. Bluefin Blowout is coming up. Cidalia and Warren are here to talk about the Bluefin Blowout. Nicole Schwatrz is here.
Mm-hmm. Hi, good morning.
And Nicole brought wonderful helmet strudel pastries. And coffee. Mm-hmm. Wow. Chris McCarthy's with us.
Good morning, Gloucester. Happy birthday, Joe.
Thank you very much.
Wait, today's your birthday, Joe?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
Today's your actual birthday?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I did not know that.
It's not my birthday. He says it every week.
Oh.
Even I was like, wait a minute.
I was like, wow, that's why we're having coffee and strudel. This is awesome.
You see me looking at Kim like a deer in headlights.
People pay a price for having fake birthday.
Yeah.
Well, we never let it go too far.
Joe, there's a new BMW waiting for you.
New BMW.
There you go.
There we go.
Gone.
Yeah, I won. Kim Smith is also with us.
Good morning, Gloucester.
Fresh from Plover duty.
Yeah, right. Plover duty, then making breakfast, then racing over.
Thank you for coming. It's always nice to have you. So I just briefly want to talk about the glorious day we had yesterday. It was a glorious day. We can't talk about where we went. It's a secret spot.
It's a secret spot, yeah.
Because we were vowed not to tell any, because we were with a bunch of people.
That 1,000 other people were on.
1,000 other people, but we were told, don't tell anybody about this spot. But it was the most beautiful local scene that I have witnessed in all of my years in Gloucester, Massachusetts. I'll tell you off air.
You have to get there by boat.
You have to get there by boat.
Was this Caitlin's post on Facebook?
Oh,
Where
yeah.
am I?
Yeah. She did a Where Am I? But
Yeah.
but I hope no one guesses because I don't want her any bodily harm to come to her.
There were lots of guesses, and they were all wrong last time I looked. So.
Yeah.
So you knew where she was?
No, I still don't know.
Oh, you
it
still
looked like
don't.
West Beach to me because I know that's.
Oh,
her,
she was saying they were wrong.
Yeah,
gotcha.
everyone who guessed was wrong so far.
So
last time I
it could have
looked.
been like
But
when we stepped off of the boat. If you would have told me I was in like some British Virgin Islands, I would have
You would have
believed it. Like the water was so clear, it was so beautiful.
Was the water extra warm there too?
Not necessarily, but it was still comfortable.
It wasn't too bad.
It was comfortable enough to wade into to pee. So we had that going for us. Yeah, it was great. It was
Or
wonderful.
poop. Actually, Joe pooped.
No, stop it!
Yeah, you did.
You're terrible. You're terrible. Yesterday was the block party. Did you go down to the block party?
I never made it.
Our plan was to go on the boat and use the municipal dock because I'm in love with the new municipal dock now that we talked about for 3 podcasts straight now.
This is the one that you can access through DocWaugh.
Yeah.
Anyone can access. You don't even have to use DocWaugh to use the Gloucester one. It's free.
Okay.
For 4 hours. You can pull up to it. Brand new, incredible facilities.
Do you have to reserve to do that?
No.
Well, it's first come, first served.
Not on the public dock, but they have moorings out there.
And where's it located?
Harbor Loop, in between the Coast Guard Station and Gloucester Maritime.
Oh, yeah.
That's such a great area.
Warren, I'm telling you right now, like so we're going to sound like broken records, repeating ourselves, but it bears repeating. Yesterday we went on the boat all day, and the plan from the get-go was, at the end of the day, because the block party was last night, we'll tie up at the municipal dock, and we'll head uptown, and we'll drop some dollars to all the restaurants and cafes and stuff like that. And true to form, that's exactly what we did. We pulled up there, tied up, walked right down to. We went to Minglewood for the Poke Bowl, and at that time it was like. By the time we got done, it was 9 o'clock. It was a long day. I had to be here at 3:30, so we called it. I called it a night. I was wondering. I got a Uber home.
Yeah. But the greatest part of last night was when we got off the boat and we started walking downtown. Downtown was jam-packed.
Yeah.
There was no parking to be had. I think, Joe, you took a picture.
Oh, right. We didn't. I'll add this into the show notes.
We had a friend join us. He dropped his wife off at Minglewood. No lie, 30 minutes. He
Circling.
drove around trying to find.
Yeah,
the
it was
parking
pretty.
spot.
I will say this though. if you're a local, even during the block party or fiesta, you know where to go to
Right.
park instead of circling.
Right.
You could have gone to Middle Street. I guarantee you could have got a spot.
Yeah.
But he's from out of town, so he didn't know like the where to go.
Right.
But the point, Chris, is
Yes.
you make the point because this is
the
you.
point I'm
Max.
making is we avoided all of that. I mean, we took the boat right to the public dock
Yeah.
and walked to any place.
Park for free. We didn't even have to feed a meter.
We
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, that's great.
And we walked past I-4C2, like that lot where in between the
Yeah,
Gloucester
it was
House and
It was totally full.
and
Totally full.
oh, it was jammed. Yeah, and we walked right past it. And Chris is like, "Take a picture of this, and we'll take a picture of our solo boat on the municipal
My
pier."
boat was the only one on the pier.
Wow,
crazy.
that's great. Not anymore.
I know.
I know that the cat is going to be out of the bag, but
Can
so
you
anyway,
reserve on the municipal pier or no?
you can,
You can
Not
actually
on the
reserve.
municipal pier itself,
but you can reserve
they
a
do
mooring.
have moorings
Yeah,
out in the harbor, and they have the launch that will come get you.
that's great.
Wow, that's
So
great.
Yeah.
following up on Docwa, this app, free app, you can reserve it right through there, and they get alerts and they save a mooring, and the shuttle service goes till 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
Wow.
I mean, so
That's
there's
great.
no reason to not come to Gloucester and spend money.
It's always been a struggle for
Right.
such a beautiful waterfront community. I mean, this is no new news to anyone. It's always been a struggle to go by boat
Yeah.
to any restaurant. We love going to the studio and
Yeah.
the rudder, but getting in there by boat is sometimes
Th-
impossible.
There's no place you can't
Right.
go now. Everything is it's wide open between
Yeah.
the water shuttle,
Yeah.
the launch service that the harbor master runs,
Yeah.
the free dockage at the harbor master's office. There's no reason to not go to downtown Gloucester and drop dollars in our restaurants and
Yeah.
in our shops.
That's great.
Perfect.
And I didn't realize
the
until-
oh, sorry.
I'm
go
sorry,
ahead. Go ahead.
along that same lines. I didn't realize when you look at Docwa, because I downloaded the app, there's like 3 other spots
That you didn't
within
even know of.
that I
Yeah.
didn't even know that I could tie up. I
Wow.
thought it
Amazing.
was just a public dock, but there's 3 other spots that I could tie. The difference is it's free at
The municipal dock.
the municipal dock. You have to pay a small price to park elsewhere, like $8 an hour.
Yeah,
which
well
is
worth it
very
anyway, right?
Yeah.
expensive.
To be
Yeah,
on the boat.
Manchester
yeah.
just put in new floats,
Yeah.
and you can reserve $8 an hour
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, I was thinking, I don't know anywhere that it's free.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
I'm
Right.
telling you. I'm telling
Yeah.
you. And these are the nicest floats in the whole city.
Yeah.
Cement wide. The gangway is ADA compliant. So the gangway is like 6 feet wide, completely over-engineered, aluminum, glistening rails, and they made it so that extra long, so the slope is really gradual
Oh.
for wheelchairs.
Yeah.
Because it
Wow.
has to be
That was
ADA
smart.
compliant.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's right.
You have to go check it out. It's worth just
Yeah.
like going to check
Go
it
to
out.
check it out.
And
I'm
next
gonna check it
year,
out.
oh my God, we're
Right
really
there.
going to sound like
I
broken
know.
records. We've been
I mean,
talking
yeah, I
about this
saw it
3
and
times
I
in a
didn't
row.
even know what it was.
Next
but-
year, they're doing all of the harbor master's office completely gutted, showers, lockers, bathrooms.
Wow.
Like this town is going from like 50 years behind to 50 years in the future, like within a few short years with our new harbor master and a city council and a waterways board that is embracing different
Right.
types of uses on the harbor,
Yeah.
Right.
which is
They get a
awesome.
Really
great
exciting.
rubber rail.
Speaking of
Great rubber
different
rail, too.
uses on the harbor, we have these one of the best event weekends of the year, the Bluefin Blowout, and it's coming up July 25th to 27th. The 3 days.
3 days. 3 days of fun on the water.
3 days of fun. So what are the different days? What's happening the different days? And so it starts on the 25th. What type of day is the 25th?
So the 25th is our captain's greeting, our welcoming party, where we welcome in the captains.
Is it open for the public?
It's not open for the public.
Okay.
That starts at 1:00, where we
And
welcome the captains.
what's the 25th? Is it a Thursday or a Friday?
The
Or
25th is a Thursday.
Thursday. Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we start with that Thursday where we welcome the captains, get them all settled, let them know what the rules are, and it's a pretty light night because then they obviously retreat to the boats so that they can start fishing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because they got to get out. 'Cause
When do they start leaving? Do they leave Thursday night or
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock Thursday
Yeah,
night?
we moved it up so they can get in a good night of fishing and
Okay.
certainly stay out till they catch a fish. We added something pretty exciting this year is there's a reward for bringing in the first fish.
Oh, okay.
So
that's interesting.
that we're less apt to get an evening of one fish after the other if we're lucky enough to have that many fish again this year. But it's a nice. I think it's an extra $1,000 if they
Correct.
catch the first fish.
Correct.
What's really exciting is like this past week,
Yeah.
there's been a ton of tuna fish
Oh,
being caught.
wow.
Like even chumps are catching tuna fish right now. So like
Are they like after the pogies and the Manhattan?
Yes, yeah,
like
that-
the
everything
whales
is-
and
yeah.
everything's active.
everything is active right now.
Okay.
It's huge. So I mean they don't even have to go far to get these fish. So what makes the bluefin one of many things that makes the bluefin blowout super exciting is the weigh-ins. The weigh-ins are a spectacle. The boat backs in, they tails wrap it, and the big crane lifts the thing out of the water, and they get an official weight, and the families all around, and everybody's looking to see,
right.
and it's cool to have this thing when the first fish is being landed, but tension builds like as it counts down to being over, because
Right.
someone could catch a fish like
In the last minute.
out of nowhere and at the last minute and take the whole thing,
Right.
Yeah,
So
it's
can-
really exciting.
What if you catch one fish like the first night? Can you go back out and
Well,
try again?
the law more than the rules is
Oh.
you can catch one fish a day.
Oh, okay.
So you can weigh in that 24-hour period with us, one fish,
Right.
and then you can sell it, and then that would be weighed in on Friday,
Okay. Oh.
and then you go back out on Saturday.
Oh.
And the other nice thing is by doing it this way, the captains can come back in and party and relax and have a good time, and off they go
Yeah.
Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
So this isn't just but so we mentioned the first night, which was for the captains coming in, and it's they really do take care of these captains. If I would had the time, and I would love to be a participant in this, but I have to work,
Well, Joe,
unfortunately.
you need a boat.
And you need a boat.
Yeah.
Well, I could.
You can fish off the pier. I don't know if they...
But the fact, but we're talking about the captains. This really is a family friendly. I brought my kids last couple of years. My kids like begging me to go back. They like it's exciting for someone 4 years old,
Yeah.
80 years old. It is
It is.
super fun. So what are some of the? So that was the first night. Now
That's
what?
the first night, yep.
Yeah.
And then we work right into Friday, July 26th. And the weigh-ins start at 1 o'clock this year, so we pushed that up a bit so that we could get, keep the excitement going on under the tent and see what happens with the fish, coming in because they are so plentiful right now. So
Are there any drink specials?
there are. We actually have two.
No. You
that's
think
the
that's a
point.
funny question?
That's enough of the tuna fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry, but like last year there was. I'm going to sound like an alcoholic, but last year there were like very reasonably priced like drinks, and they were delicious. There was like there was a Tito's drink. I forget what they were last year, but there was a whole like special drink menu for the event, and they were very tasty. These days are generally pretty hot in July.
Yeah,
And,
well, you're right about that. So we have two sponsors that have been with us for quite some time. Tito's is one of them. And so Tito's, we have a menu of great, delicious items from them. Lemonade with Tito's, it just goes on and
Joe
on.
Daly.
And then we also have Gosling's, which is one of our sponsors. And, of course, we have, the Dark and Stormies. We have the Rum Swizzles. And that menu is also very, very cool and refreshing.
And
so,
delicious.
Yes, and delicious.
Yeah, Kate was
Whether
going
you
double
want
fisted.
1 or 10.
Kate
it's
was going
delicious.
double fisted last year. We have pictures of her double fisted.
I'm done.
I might have captured that. Her.
Yeah, I think Nicole took the picture, as a matter of fact, yeah. For all eternity, she's been memorialized as going double-fisted at the Bluefin Blowout.
Yep.
That's my baby.
That's her.
I'm sorry for getting off track here. But wait, can we also talk about, this is also a fundraiser for, there's a lot of people that families are affected by Alzheimer's. And so can you talk about is it beneficiary? What do you?
It's the Alzheimer's Association, we tied into it a few years ago when, Drew Hale was actually the founder of the tournament, and my cousin. And he lost his grandma to Alzheimer's, my Aunt Peg, and I lost my wife last June to Alzheimer's. And so 3 or 4 years ago, we switched the association to the Alzheimer's Association, and each year we've raised more and more money. And I think the first year was something like $8,000, and last year $155,000.
That is a huge
So
leap. Oh my God.
we're really so excited, and the captains are so generous with their time and giving back. Some of them have actually sold the tune and then turned over the proceeds to the association.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Your whole group is, I mean, we Broken Record. We just got to change the name of this podcast to the Broken Record Podcast, because we skip back to the same topic. That donation, $150,000 to the Gloucester Education Fund, that was, you could have made a big impact with $50,000, but you made it $150,000. That is unbelievably generous. We're so lucky to have all of you guys here.
I was excited about that because, I mean, I've always felt like it's our purpose, if we're successful, to give back. And we've always been that way. And fortunately, we started out pretty successful from the go-get. But this is my hometown now, and they've got a technical school, and it can help my company out a lot. But here's this great school with so much enthusiasm. I mean, Cidalia and I were blown away when we were over there. I mean, people actually come to the school and get the cars fixed. But we're going to not only do that, we're going to give them some equipment. And I'm about to
That's tremendous.
fix up our BMW shop. We've got to do it over to meet corporate identification. So they'll be beneficiaries of new toolboxes and any types of equipment that they might find necessary.
These are good jobs, right? So if you go to the technical school and we talk that, and you graduate, and what is the process for you to hire someone? What would level of skill would a mechanic need to have? How could someone get a job being a mechanic?
I mean, we would like them to have some good basic skills, and the high school provides that. From there, we would really like to take them to the next step, which is in the field training, and then we would send them off to our schools specific to the manufacturer. So we have 8 different brands, and they would go off to schooling for one of those brands, and they might start at one dealership. For instance, they could start at Acura, but they could also end up at Mercedes-Benz. And it's just a great opportunity. It's a great living, and our group, I'm proud to say, provides amazing benefits for these technicians.
So are you saying that, like, from the high school program, they could come to work for you
Absolutely.
directly?
We'd actually like to get them.
These are good jobs.
Wow,
These are jobs
yeah,
with
these are
with
really
like
fantastic.
401ks and I imagine. And
Oh my
stuff.
God, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we have really great benefits, but I mean, it's just such a super opportunity for somebody in a trade, and specific to automobiles, to go further. And I mean, there's certainly other lines of business out there, like the boating industry needs technicians, and you could go on, body shops and just about everything you can imagine. But we need technicians, and this is a great source for my company and certainly other automobile dealers.
Yeah, that's great. Well, I'm sorry for getting us off track again, but these are worthwhile topics. I feel,
all very
right?
important,
So, so then, where we go for the next day?
Well, we're still on Friday.
Silly me. Yeah. So what's up?
There's a lot happening on Friday. It's
There
not all about Cheetos and Gosling. There's also tuna coming in.
What's it? Really?
There's exhibitors under the tent. There's a Mini Cooper rally coming. I mean, these are all things we should talk about.
Yeah, I think so. I'm with you.
And then the weigh-in closes at 9, so there's Friday.
So there you go.
There you have
What's
that.
it, Mini Cooper? What?
So one of our brands is Mini,
Yeah.
and so what we've done last year, and we did the year before as well, is we gather all of our clients who have a Mini Cooper, and then we rally through, from the dealership down 128. And then we go through Main Street in Gloucester, and everyone loves to see all the minis
All the
together
minis
because there's a
together,
lot of
yeah.
them, so they make an impact. And so they come through the city, and then they go to the marina, and then we just kind of group there, and we have some more of those Goslings and Tito's, and have a good time supporting a great cause.
Do you have the thing with the beanbags this year?
Cornhole tournament. So, that's cornhole.
Yeah.
And we do have that.
There's going to be people at your door.
What do you mean?
They don't talk like that.
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's not beanbags.
My daughters, we were. So can we get live betting on that? Because my daughters and I last year were absolutely enthralled with these cornhole participants, with the swag and the swagger.
Yeah.
These guys had like special like wristbands, headbands, and
Sneakers, special sneakers.
I'm telling you, they were so into it, and you kind of you picked. So my daughters and I, we all picked who we thought were going to win, and we were very emotionally invested in who the champion was going to be.
How did you do? Did you guys?
I picked
picked the right one?
My daughter. There was a couple, and I feel like it's very streaky, like it's a game of confidence, and when you get like your rhythm, and I think it's almost like reminds you of that bowling movie with Bill Murray. What was the Candlepin? Kingpin.
Yeah.
Remember? And when they have all the swag and they're all talking crap to each other.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like the same exact person
Yeah.
type is the professional cornhole
Well,
player.
you're right about that. And what happened last year was they come in and they take over the tent. There's so many people playing. So we decided to actually move that event from that what used to be on the Saturday to July 21st, which is a Sunday, and so they'll have all of their boards under the tent that day, which will allow us to have a really good Saturday with family fun for kids and open it up a different way for the tuna tournament. So we're excited about that, to give them their day to have their swagger and their streaks.
Yeah. All right, so let's. What?
Well, and then to have that Saturday free for the tournament means that those people who are there, who really enjoy watching the cornhole and raising money on that day, can do that 100%, and then that benefits Saturday to be 100% more fundraising and fun for the people who are there to see the fish and see the vendors and exhibitors under the tent. So, what a way to win! What a great idea
Just
that
go.
was for
Just
you to do.
for me, right? I don't own a boat, but like the exhibitors you have, it's worthwhile just to go down. It's almost like a oceanside festival fair, but like with really cool and nice quality. Because most of these boaters are people of means.
I bought these last year.
Did you really?
Yeah, those are Maui gyms. Yeah.
Maui
Yeah.
gyms.
Those are great.
Yeah,
They are
have.
awesome.
There's
Yeah.
great.
No intention of buying Maui gyms, but yeah.
You were there. It was awesome.
Might
They've
be
been
the
there
Goslings
since
and
the
the Tito's.
beginning,
Yeah.
and they're very, very generous to the Alzheimer's Association, and they actually discount that day, don't they?
They do. They have some glasses that are discounted,
Yeah.
I
and
paid double.
they are you pay double. They are the best sunglasses.
Yeah.
I have a pair as well.
Yeah.
And
So who are some of the other people that are going to have products?
well, you were right about saying the crop of exhibitors is just above and beyond. We have a few new people this year. So we have some exhibitors that are coming back this year. Rigger's wife is one. She makes some beautiful handcrafted jewelry as well as dog items. Thatcher Ellery, Kiki Designs. I mean, just to name a few. There's a bunch that will be under the tent, but a really nice crop of exhibitors that have nautical pieces and that really kind of go with the tournament. So we're excited to have them back
Are
this
you guys
year.
going to have so the swag, the shirts and the hoodie and the technical gear, branded with Bluefin Blowout? Is that going to be available for purchase?
Oh yes, it's going to be available, and it is.
I think you guys sold out of a lot of
Yeah.
items last year because everybody wanted it.
We did. We sold out, and this year we have a much larger space that we're going to be showcasing our wearables. Anything from sweatpants to long sleeve shirts, short sleeve, performance tees. I mean, you name it. There's going to be a really nice setup there. So
How
we're
about
really
Speedos?
excited about
Any
that.
Speedos?
We actually don't have Speedos,
Those don't want
but
to
we
fit.
do have some swim trunks. So
I don't want a
just
Speedo. I
to
want a
give you an
thong.
idea.
I only want a
He wants a
thong.
male thong Speedo with bluefin blowout.
The banana hammock.
Oh, gee. There you go. Yeah, no, we're not going to have that, but that would actually be really cool to brand.
Extra large for me.
Okay, cool. Cool. No.
In the ass. In the ass.
Yeah, the
So I
gulu.
could be
The gulu. I
extra
need
small.
big. Yeah.
Duly noted.
Duly noted, right, Kim?
Sorry, I'm
Thank you.
sorry. This is a family show.
I
Go
think
ahead.
I'm blushing. I don't know. But anyway, yes, duly noted. But we're going to have a tremendous amount of gear, and we're really excited about it.
Yeah, no, it's the gear is. There's probably 10 different levels of reasons to go to this thing.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, like I'm excited to go for the gear.
no, I'm telling you, the hats, the shirts, the technical stuff, the drinks, the weigh-ins, the excitement of the weigh-ins, the food there. They always have, and Mile Marker always puts out, like, they have inexpensive, like, you know, like the last year I think they had pulled pork and you know, stuff that you can get quickly.
Yeah.
You know, and something for the kids to eat.
Right,
You know.
right.
So-
Right.
Is that one of the designs? That T-shirt? That
This
you're
one
wearing?
is one of the designs. Yes,
Yeah.
this is a 2019. We actually had these made up for our pre-planning party,
Yeah,
and they're really nice and breathable. Although it's pretty hot up here right now, so I'm sweating
No,
in
I'm
the storm.
sorry. I'm
But
sorry.
but
You know what? Do you know?
No,
Do you
I
know
just
that?
really
So
like the
do you know
design.
the reason that there's no air conditioning in here?
no, but you're going to tell me. I'm
Get rid
sure.
of people quick.
The reason is
Yes, there you go.
we
It's like
want
a bad
we
mattress.
want our fishermen to go fishing,
Yeah,
and if it's too comfortable up here,
yeah.
and
They'll
then
hang out with
they want to hang out, and they're great guys. They're all hard workers and everything. But
Yeah.
like that is, it's not necessarily my theory, but it may be someone else that's involved in this business's theory that it's like pain and suffering. Like if there is pain and suffering in your world, the dollars that you make are more valuable. Yeah.
That's how we're all
Warren,
feeling
you should
right
try
now.
that. Lion Waugh is
No,
gonna go
no,
there.
no.
That's a
AC.
great way to
No
get more
smoking, no
get more
AC.
quality employees. It's just to torture your employees.
I love this consultation.
Yeah. So
Should we talk about Saturday a little
Yeah.
bit?
Yeah.
Because that's
Let's-
really going to be a cool day as well. We have a family fun happening from 11 o'clock to 2. And that's when you bring out your children of all ages underneath the tent. We're going to have a watermelon contest, tug of war, musical chairs, fish printing, face painting, you name it.
So-
And Tito's will be there serving.
so the adults can get crushed
Yeah.
and just pawn your kids off on all the things.
No, but this is
The fish
exciting
printing.
because Tito's is going to make adult beverages that are lemonade with Tito's, and we're going to make lemonade with the kids, regular lemonade, Tito-ish.
What do you mean? The kids can't get crushed too?
No
Oh, okay.
crushing the kids, but we'll have a lot of games there for them, and the watermelon contest is super funny if you can watch that because
So, what is
they
it?
crunch through those little watermelons like nobody's business.
Oh, cool.
It's so cute.
Is it
Yeah.
spiked watermelon with Tito's?
It won't be that day. No.
That would be
Stop
good.
You
it,
should
Chris.
see. You should see.
So
Warren.
inappropriate. Very
Warren
inappropriate.
really gets into the watermelon as well. Right?
Yeah?
Yeah, I won in the over 60 division.
A lot of competition.
All right. So this is Saturday and continuing on.
Continuing on, we have fun throughout the whole day. Tent is open again with the exhibitors and family fun, and then we go into the closing ceremony. So we see who the biggest fish is, and
What's the prize money?
We won't know that until we get closer. Depends on how many.
Last year it was over $50,000 in prizes and cash.
How does it get determined? What it's going to be?
I mean, there's a value for the prizes that have been offered for first, second, and third place. Part of their entry fee goes towards the total reward, and then we kick in quite a bit of money from the sponsors. and we try to build it each year so it's more and more and more exciting for them. And I've personally guaranteed over the years that it's never going to be less than $25,000.
Wow.
But we also give them a new BMW to drive for a year.
Oh, wow.
What?
Yeah, so that, yeah.
Super
Who
fun.
is that? I wonder when they have a crew.
No,
Of,
it's up to the captain.
I wonder if they have a crew of 5. Who decides? It must be the skipper.
It would be the
Captain
Obviously.
decides everything. I
Right,
found.
right, yeah,
Joe found that out too, being on my boat.
yeah, yeah.
How many boats do you have this year?
We're up to 55 boats.
What?
Yeah.
How many was there
And
last
they're
year?
still coming in. Last year we were at about 50. So we're definitely exceeding that, and everybody waits till last minute. You know how that goes, because you have to wait till to see what the weather is, to
Right.
see what fish looks like, and we, as of Friday, we're at 55, and I know we have a few
Yeah,
more
I
coming
just
in.
got 2 inquiries now, and
Oh yeah, now that the word gets out.
yeah,
So this is July. The really for the public, the main part is July 26th and 27th.
right.
Down at Cape Ann Marina Mile Marker, who are fantastic hosts. Fun for every age. There's more information at bluefinblowout.com. Also the Facebook page, which gets updated pretty regularly. And if you have any questions, do people reply if there are inquiries through the Facebook page?
They can. Yep. We
Yeah.
monitor that daily, as well as our Instagram. Our website has my contact information there if somebody wants to email me. So there's a lot of different ways that somebody can, get connected with us. But we're on there all day long.
Well, thank you guys for coming. Is there anything you want to add in closing?
I mean, I think we should probably add. I just want to add this is. We should really thank our sponsors. There's so many of them to thank, so I'm not going to go through them all. But I'd be remiss if I didn't at least say a shout out to all of our sponsors. They are on our website, and we do post about them regularly. So thank you to them, to the community, to the captains, because we can't give back so fully without them.
Awesome. Thank you guys for coming in.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, here we go. Part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2 of the GloucesterCast 345.
Okay. Oh wow. 5 away.
We're banging them out. We're banging them out. The 39 steps at Gloucester Stage. We have one of my 2 favorite guests out of 345 podcasts. Not you, Chris McCarthy.
What?
The unicorn, the naked guy, Paul Melendi is with us right now. Hey!
Oh, thank you. Everyone, please sit down. Please.
I thought I recognized it.
The guys weren't close to that.
Yeah, there you
I
So
didn't
expl-
recognize them with close.
Explain the unicorn. What's that? Citizens Bank?
Citizens Bank. Yeah.
They can't get enough
We
of
did a
it.
series.
Yeah?
It's my first series.
Oh, that's
of
awesome.
ads, yeah.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
great.
so
I guess
much
I
like the
have-
last time we had you on, I'll go find the YouTube clip of the Citizens.
Yes,
They're
yeah.
gonna double bang it. So they should know.
Double
They
bang.
should know whoever books you for a commercial
Yes.
that they will get extra exposure on Good Morning Gloucester because really that's where all the eyeballs are.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know what? I'll tell
exactly.
citizens. Yeah.
Tell them. Well, the booking agent. Tell your agent.
Yeah, call your agent, Paul.
Yeah, call your
that's-
agent.
Who is that? It's Lewis.
Oh, there you go,
It's
Louis.
over here, yeah.
There you go.
Lewis and I can do as many critically acclaimed TV shows and movies as we want, but when we
Oh,
get the
man.
Naked Man for
Yeah.
the furniture commercial.
He bumps you right out. Nakedness always is gonna play,
That's
right?
right.
Nakedness
Sex
plays.
sells.
Nude sex.
Well, not sex in this case.
Well,
Yeah, nude. Just
Nude.
Well,
male nudity. sells.
Tasteful nudity.
I'm curious. What part of where is the unicorn part? It's on the head, I hope.
I'll let you think.
Don't touch that.
All right.
Don't give away all your
Now with a
secrets, Paul.
10-foot unicorn.
But you know,
This is
Joey, there's another naked connection in this room too.
Let's hear it.
Whoa!
Really?
Gabe,
The new guy, Gabe,
The nude guy.
has nakedness in his history, in his family history.
Wait.
His
What?
family
Do I?
history.
I think we all do.
Oh.
Which one?
Your dad's radio show.
Oh, that's true. My dad did host
Oh, there we go.
I thought you were talking about my next project that I'm collaborating.
Oh,
with.
and with you and Paul are going to be naked
Yeah.
together?
We have a bucket show.
We have a bucket show. You know, my father in the '60s was a radio manager of a hippie radio station called WBAI, and they used to
New York City.
New York City, baby, and they used to host a nude talk show, and they used to get senators in there, and everyone would be naked, and it was a real thing.
Don't give any ideas.
Yeah. So I don't.
Let's go.
Yeah. down for $350 for the 350th podcast.
I didn't know it was that kind of party, baby.
Well, it's so hot in here. We should.
I know.
So okay, I have a quick story. I have a quick story that doesn't have to do with Gloucester Stage. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to bear with me. So I just 4 days ago had a split air conditioning system installed in my house. My house is not very big. Within 45 minutes, we went from 88 degrees to 70 degrees, and 15 minutes after that, we were at 68 degrees. Whereupon my wife proceeded to put on flannel pajamas, a hoodie, and a layer under the hoodie, and asked me to turn the AC down some more. Oh. So she wanted to go lower, and then I'm like, you're kidding me, right? Because you could take a layer off and wear your regular like shorts around the house and be comfortable, but no, she wanted to pretend it was like she wanted to blast the AC. Yeah. So then that evening, she goes into our shower, and in the shower we have, I don't know if you remember back, our house is a little bit older, but we still have one of those, the heating elements in the ceiling that you press it on, and it must draw 700 million megawatts of power to just stream heat onto you. So she actually, the house is now at 68 degrees. She uses the megawatt heating element in the bathroom while we're using the central AC that we just installed.
You go, girl.
And I say, and I go in the bathroom. I'm like, is this real life right now?
That's good living.
Yeah.
That's the American way.
And then we went to bed, and again she put on her flannel pajamas.
Bad move on your part.
And hoodie and got underneath the covers, and then and I'm like, let's just set it to 71. She's like, no, 68. And I'm like, just take off a goddamn layer.
She got out the winter gear.
So I think we're going to come to an agreement on it.
Yeah, you're going to keep that 68 degrees.
68 degrees, and she's got to wear her flannel pajamas. Exactly right.
You don't have to climb up 36 steps.
Oh.
39! For Christ's sakes!
You were so close.
39, 30. I have 36 steps.
Sorry, Chris, that's going in the bucket. We weren't going to bring it
That was a valiant attempt at a segue.
So you guys walk 39 steps to get into the office, and it's sweltering in here because that's what we do. It's all about the torture.
It's a good warm-up.
It's a good warm-up. We have a big cast here. Why don't you guys go around and introduce yourselves and what part of the production you're in?
So I'm Malachi Rosen. I'm the Foley artist for the show.
And quickly, what's a Foley artist?
Yeah, so I hang up stage. I have a little like L-shaped table, and it is covered in different. I have an accordion, I have a drum, I have bells and chimes and things like that, a slapstick and all this fun stuff, and I make a lot of the fun live noises that are going on during the show.
Awesome. And you're gonna demonstrate that in a little bit?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, keep it on my sleeve for now, but yeah. You'll see.
I'm Paul Melendi, and I play a clown. A clown. I'm not going to say which one.
Cool.
There's one of two clowns. I'm not going to put a number on it. 'Cause that does something to our psyches, I think.
Not number one clown and number two clown?
He's definitely going to put a number on it.
So
now it's your turn.
Bob Walsh, director. Lewis Wheeler, I play Richard Hannay.
One of my favorite shows, Midsummer Night Dream, crushed it. Atticus.
Oh, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Sorry. They're all the same. American Classics 101. Yeah, it's all good.
They're the same kind of show.
Same show. Very good. Jesus Christ, it's going right downhill. It's the heat.
Amanda Collins, I play multiple characters, but I'm not a clown.
Formerly of Otto Sterno.
And To Kill a Mockingbird.
And To Kill a Mockingbird. That's right.
And have you ever done a Midsummer Night's Dream?
I have not.
Well,
Paul and I did Midsummer Night's Dream.
Yeah, we did at the Hat Shell.
Yeah.
Really?
He was pretty funny.
Yeah. I was also a clown.
Typecast. Yeah.
What are you, a clown, Paul?
What, make you laugh?
We got a lot of.
Do I amuse you?
Do I amuse you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Your name.
My name?
Yeah.
My name is Gabriel Kuttner. I am an assistant clown.
Number 2 clown?
I'm working towards number 2 clown. I'll get there. With some tutelage.
Coke clowns.
Coke clown.
Heidi Dallin.
Heidi Dallin is here. Nicole Schwatrz, we already introduced. Chris McCarthy.
Happy
and Kim.
birthday, Joe.
Thank you.
Birthday!
I know we're holding out on you guys. We're holding out on you guys.
Keep that under your hat.
I also wanted just to give a shout out to Christopher Walken, who I was so surprised could join us in the studio. But Chris, I'm a big fan, and I just
Happy birthday, Joe! I didn't know. Terrible.
Did you bring him anything?
I brought you this strudel. I made it myself. It's really good. It's okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So when is the show? Has the show already started?
It closed.
Yes.
It's done.
It's
Done. All right.
Done.
All right. I'll see you guys later. Podcast is over.
That's good.
Thanks for coming, Joe.
Yeah.
It runs through the end of July, so you still have
Oh
plenty
wow,
of
you got a
time.
lot of acts to go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So is this the big one for the summer right here?
absolutely.
This guy.
We like to think so.
There's nothing bigger.
All the plums out there.
Who's going to speak to the premise?
Definitely lead guy.
Definitely, yes,
Will.
definitely. And
Lewis.
did you notice?
Lewis.
How about Christopher Walken?
I haven't seen
He was
it yet.
there yesterday.
It was good.
Did real good.
All right, I'll give the brief premise, which is a guy, Richard Hannay, starts out in his London apartment. He's kind of bored. He's kind of all of his buddies are married off or dead. Doesn't know what to do, and so he decides to go on an adventure, go to the theater. And he goes to the theater, and then he gets sucked into this sort of spy thriller story where he meets an amazing, gorgeous German
Amanda
spy.
Collins.
He meets Amanda
A
Collins.
series of adventures, murders, and he has to go track down what's going on with this international espionage. And he ends up in Scotland, and I mean, how many characters on the way? You know, dozens.
30.
30 characters.
Let's say 30. Let's round it down.
No, higher.
Okay.
And
I was
150.
being generous.
It was like an idiot train scene alone.
and on the way, of course, falls in love a couple times, you know. And it's all based on this Hitchcock film, The 39 Steps. So it's a wonderful, spy thriller, but with all these farcical elements, you know.
It's a real love story to Hitchcock, and with a comedy. Yeah!
So wait. Chris
Amanda said-
McCarthy. Wait, who's getting married now?
12 years.
Yeah, Amanda and
There are a
Lewis.
couple-
Let's go, Lewis.
All right.
So Chris McCarthy married my wife and I down in Mexico.
Awesome.
Oh.
It is like a $25 fee you pay to.
I'll pay it.
Boom.
I'll pay it.
No pressure.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Pressure!
Let's go.
When are you having kids? Let's go.
I mean, it was the quotes from Jaws.
Oh, that was the biggest fail.
I thought I was sweating. Lewis over there is really sweating.
Yeah.
Really
I
sweating.
thought it was hot before.
My God.
Woo-wee.
It's all right.
So back to lobsters.
Yeah.
So Amanda said the last we were talking about the show, and Amanda
We're recording
said,
right now, so you can. Yeah, that's good. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah.
Lead us in, Kim.
Recap.
Amanda said it's a love story.
It's a love story.
Oh,
No,
it's
you
a
said
love
what you
story
missed
to,
last
to,
time.
Alfred
So-
Hitchcock's
Yeah.
39 Steps. It really is. As much as it's a send-up and a comedy, it holds the suspense and the story.
So there's a
and
lot
it's
to
really
this.
lovely.
It's like it's not. You can't just categorize it as like a thriller or a.
It's sort of a noir, farce, love
Action,
story,
adventure.
action,
Yeah.
comedy.
And-
It's
and
got
the-
everything.
There's another love story. I mean, there's two clowns who find love in a clown car.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. It's really about that.
yeah.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is quite. I would say there is a journey with the clowns where you do care about them. At the end, there's like a lovely scene at the end.
There is.
Yeah.
And I don't
Yeah.
want to give anything away, but you
touching.
see
It's kinda
how touching and that these two guys have really banded together to sort of tell this story, and it actually is quite
And
lovely.
I used to go for laps on that ending.
No.
And, yeah.
No.
Whoa!
No, I've noticed that you've
I'm
toned
shocked.
down the laughs, and
I
it's
have.
actually quite
True.
lovely.
And I don't know. I started to feel something.
You did not. That's a bunch of.
That's called love,
No.
Paul.
Is this too much?
No, we're gonna edit that out. That's not true.
I don't want to say where I started to feel.
Just bring your handkerchiefs. That's all.
Well, you know, everything's about couples at Gloucester Stage this summer.
This summer's
you know?
Well, we always
Louis
say
and
if
Amanda,
you get involved at a young age, it's the best reason for you to get involved in acting, even high school, everything, because everybody's fucking. No, it's true. It's so incestuous. Everybody, because that's why. Because all
I
the
feel like I really missed out.
no, because like I remember like when I was because so when you're doing rehearsals, so you're a teenager, right? You're it's kind of like you're after school. It's kind of like late and. There's all this kind of pressure. You kind of come together, and like it's like a coming of age for a bunch of nerds, right?
It doesn't change.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
This show.
Did you get in high school? You got kissed backstage by your dream crush?
I
boy?
did in the dark. He like kissed me, and then we never
Wait.
spoke of it. It was very beautiful.
Was it consensual?
How did I miss all of this?
Yes, it was.
Me too. The Me Too movement.
Yeah, hashtag.
Hashtag me too. No, I'm telling you right now, it is
The greatest moment.
the best.
He just opened the door.
Yeah. I mean, the
I
lobster
think we need a
business
bucket
is
for
the same.
I know. It's like all I gotta do is I look at
you and the lobster?
sweaty, stinky, bearded men.
Yeah, that smell like fish.
No one's fucking.
Nobody's, well, if they are, it's
They're fucking the lobsters.
no. God, we really have to redirect here. Go ahead.
Well, I've been listening to a lot of references to our collective bucket that we have.
Yeah.
Gabe, would you like to tell us more about
What's
this?
the bucket?
This 39-step bucket.
Oh, I would love to tell you about the 39-step bucket. This
I think
process.
we brought it, didn't we?
We brought the bucket. Well, because
It's
we
too
couldn't
full.
fit the
Well,
bucket in.
it used to be a jar.
Yeah, it's now.
It started
it's,
as a
it's
jar.
It's a barge.
We need a bucket.
It's a barge. We have to tug
It's
it
a
in.
proverbial
We ship it
bucket.
in.
You know, this process, thanks to Bob's outstanding leadership, is a lot about trying things out, seeing if they work. And according to Bob, about 99.8% of those things don't work.
8 recurring.
And they go into the bucket. But he's such a generous director, and he'll say, reluctantly, go ahead, try it out. And then we'll try it, and he'll say, no. Definitely not. Thanks for playing. Put it in the bucket. So
That's cool, right?
Thank you for playing
we have
next.
some amazing
Huge bucket.
A huge bucket.
Oh man,
Monstrous
it's
bucket.
overflowing. But sometimes a nugget of idea will land right in the rim.
Yeah, right. It'll balance.
Circle.
What we should do is
And
on
I
one of the
take those
dark
as a
nights
yes.
is we should do the bucket show.
The
Yeah.
bucket
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, with
On
all
one
of
that
the
never
everything that Bob says
Bring it
no
all
to.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bring it all
It's a
out.
7-hour
Special
marathon.
appearance.
Jump it on
Just
stage.
jump that bucket.
Shake the bucket.
I was actually thinking of canceling the show and doing the bucket show.
Yeah.
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 That people had already bought tickets to the 39
Yeah.
steps, and I thought, man.
But there are some never dark slots available.
Yeah.
So
Well,
we just call it the
We
bucket.
just call it the 4,639 steps.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
in.
just a long good.
I'm all in.
It's gonna be like
It's
a
the director.
5-hour show.
The director's cut.
I can do it. Is there air conditioning at the?
Oh, yeah.
I guess we could go there. After we all drop
Louis is
about 15
encouraged.
pounds.
Bring
Today.
your flannel. Yeah.
Bring it. I'll have my wife bring the flannel as long as you turn it down to 68 degrees.
Yeah.
Because that's the key. 39 steps and 68 degrees.
Yeah.
So wait, we got this guy over here. What is it? Malachi? What was it?
Malachi, yeah.
Malachi.
Yeah.
And he does the Foley effects. My wife's maiden name was Foley, so
There we go.
we got that going for
Meant to
you.
be best friends.
So tell me what. Are you gonna give me some examples? What are we gonna do here?
Yeah. So I have two of my accoutrements with
Oh,
me.
you didn't bring the slapstick?
The slide was.
I didn't want Marcia yell at me.
Oh.
They're like, she's like, you can bring the whistle and the bell, and if it doesn't come back, that's it. And I was like, alright, cool.
She used to bring all the bells
Marsha's
and
the
whistles.
stage
All the bells and
manager,
whistles.
so she's the general.
She's like, you gotta make
She
sure
has to be.
Yeah.
whatever
No,
comes
you
out-
have to keep the
whatever-
monkeys in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever comes out has to come back. She's like, don't leave that at home. I was like, I'm not. It's gonna live in the car for the night. Don't worry.
Maybe we got the because we have that maybe we need the porter to set up the one of the effects here.
Yeah, you want to?
Yeah, you want to
So
give
your
us a
line?
taste, and I'll give you a.
All aboard.
No,
That's you.
The porter.
Me? I'm the porter. Oh, I do that.
I was like, who's the porter?
He left his character at home. I
Which?
think.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the hat on.
That's
Give
right.
him some all aboard.
All aboard! All aboard! Isn't that amazing?
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, he's driving down the road.
What do you get? A telly for that?
No,
what will you get? Oscar? No, a
What
telly.
year
What's
am
the
I?
one for the
Emmy?
Emmy?
Tony?
Tony.
And Ernie? Ooh, too soon.
In irony.
Oh,
In irony.
geez.
In Juilliard, that was the third year. That's all they worked on.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no
Yeah,
one
so
who
you're
can
not
do
so
that
bad.
like Malik.
They teach you how to blow.
Yeah, they teach you how to blow.
Oh!
Hey now.
Sorry.
In the bucket.
Paul is not getting his money back.
That was a
This is
dumb
why.
book.
This is what makes him. This is why you guys are all critically acclaimed, and I didn't mention you as one of my two favorite guests.
Yeah, you did.
And Paul Melendi makes it to the leapfrogs, you guys.
Yeah.
Because
I meet you there.
There's
It's
no
on
Yeah,
HBO.
video.
It's on HBO.
zero filter.
Right
We
there.
have that connection.
Right there,
Yeah.
there.
It's great working with Paul backstage, in the dressing room. There's just so many interesting people who
You
show
know
up from.
who showed up?
Oh, please.
He's here right now.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, one of the,
Hi.
I don't know if your fans remember a classic film from the '80s, Rain Man, but
It's based on
the
a true
life of Raymond Babbitt. And
Who just showed up?
Raymond Babbitt's here.
Raymond's here.
Raymond, come on in.
39 Steps.
How did you like
How
it?
did you like 39 Steps?
Yeah, very funny. Yeah. Definitely a funny show. Of course, I love humor. Yeah. Of course, I'm a very funny man. Yeah.
Did you fart, Ray?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many toothpicks, Ray? How many toothpicks?
How many toothpicks, right?
32. Yeah.
How many steps?
Definitely 39.
Oh, I love it.
That's an alley-oop.
Just a little taste of backstage with Paul Melendi. That's a podcast on its own. right there.
Yeah.
The
Oh.
best
What
is
are
when
the
they
best?
both just start doing Rain Man to each
Yeah.
other. So there's two Rain Men in the
going.
room. And
Rain
here
Man.
Here we go. Give us a
Yeah.
Wapner.
That's the whole conversation.
Wagner.
Yeah. Walmart salmon. Yeah. Of course, Tuesday is fish days.
Tuesday
The
is
good
his
thing,
week.
the good thing about working with Paul, I will say this, is that, and why I think he is so damn fucking funny, is that he's absolutely fearless, and that's what's great.
Somebody
and
said shameless. Yeah.
Well, shameless.
The line
He
between
will
the
literally
two.
in rehearsal, he will try anything and take it to the maximum, and then take it to the nth degree past that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
And then I'm
that's what
standing
makes
in
it
the bucket.
hilarious. And
Well,
that's why he's your favorite.
Possibly the best moment, case in point. Malachi, among all of his stuff, he has these fake doors. So you hear the sound of a door.
Come to the talk back
We had
today.
two. One was about this size. And when-
Yes,
and
everyone
Paul
on the
decided
podcast
one
is
day,
like, "Ah, yes,
you should
that
make an
size."
entrance through the door.
18
Yeah,
inches.
it's
When
like
we
a
say
door.
this size, it's what? A
It
foot
was,
by
it was like a foot by
18
like
inches tall.
8
Yeah.
inches.
Did you make it through?
He
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh my
It took the whole rehearsal.
Guess what happened? It went in the bucket.
That was a slam dunk to the bucket for Bob. On that.
Yeah,
That was
didn't
a
take long.
winner. You kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was from like.
Sometimes these
Steph
shots
Curry.
go over the bucket, and they land back on the stage.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It's a
Big.
yeah.
Sometimes
You
they
over the
overshoot,
rainbow.
you overshoot
Yeah.
it, Yeah.
So we're gonna hear another one of these
Yeah, so this
Foley
is,
effects.
this one's actually, I was super excited when we got this one. It's such an interesting contraption. So you got a block of wood, and it's got a bell on one side and a crank on the other, and then a hook, because I hang it on my, I have like a bar
Yeah.
above, so I can hang a bunch of stuff as well to clear my table a bit. But, so you turn the crank on the
Do
back.
we want to set up this scene?
Do you want
What is
Oh,
that?
how do we do
Because
that?
we get some dialect work.
Is that the phone?
Yeah.
Oh, we just say.
All right.
Don't touch this phone.
No, this is the
Oh
phone.
no, this is.
Oh,
this
yeah.
is the
Oh.
kids are talking.
Yeah, we can't set it up, but we can do a little bit with it.
All right. What's your name?
No, that's just ring it.
What's your name? That's
How'd
not in
you
the
know my name?
show!
How'd you know my name?
That's
Hello,
the-
there's the telephone.
No.
It's
Oh, wait. It's
Joe, phone. Answer it. That's it.
Joe, pick up the phone, dude.
Hello.
No, don't answer it, please.
There it is.
I think it is for me.
Oh, it's Paul Melendi.
Yeah.
Hello, Paul.
Very
Oh,
exciting.
was that a Pee Wee Herman voice?
You made it,
It's
Ben.
Paul Rubens, everyone. Paul, come on in. Can't do Pee Wee Herman. That's mine. I can't do
Oh,
it.
now she's gonna
Order
scold me
that's
on that.
Chewbacca.
First, I can't do Chewbacca.
You can't do Chewbacca.
I can't do
You
Chewbacca.
can't do Chewbacca.
He nails Chewbacca.
It's that Chewbacca. The first Chewbacca's fine. The second is bizarre.
Second Chewbacca's a little close to people.
It's like Chewbacca's beating up a seal.
The purring Chewbacca's good, but the barking Chewbacca's very
Does
bizarre.
anyone?
I think you need to rewatch.
Does anyone fart on stage?
Well, we
All the time.
Funny you should ask.
Lewis.
I don't mean from the actors
Lewis Wheeler.
themselves.
Lewis Wheeler is
Paul is nicknaming National Grid.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, literally we were
What does that
backstage.
mean?
We were backstage
Use your
one night.
imagination.
We were literally getting ready to go on. Bob was doing the pre-show.
It was
speech.
opening night,
It was
by the
opening
way.
night, and Lewis comes over to
He
us.
had nerve.
He comes over to Paul, Gabe, and I off stage, and he goes, "Oh, guys, just don't forget for Act 1." And then he literally just farts, walks away.
So generous.
Yeah.
That was
This is
his
my
brief.
gift. This is
That
my
was his
opening
gift
night
to
gift.
us.
Yeah, just
Joe
a little
calls
mustard
it-
gas.
Joe calls it crop dusting.
That's
Yeah.
it. It was crop dusting.
But no, the reason I mean from a sound effect standpoint, I didn't know.
I win.
No, but that.
I wish.
Yeah,
I might start adding them.
yeah. I think
When you
Speaking of
least
which-
expect it, there's going to be a bunch of farts on stage.
Speaking of crop dusting, if you saw North by Northwest, the great Hitchcock film with the crop dusting scene,
Oh, whoa!
Ding.
Wait.
I can't do
we
it.
have the crop dusting scene is in the play.
It's in
There's
the
a
play.
reference to that in the play in a kind of funny spoof way. So you got to come see the show and see that.
Yeah, there's references to a lot of the Hitchcock famous moments
Yes.
in Hitchcock
Yeah.
movies, and so if you are a Hitchcock fan, it's really fun to kind of pick those out.
But this cast right here really is kind of like the all-star.
Oh, yeah.
It's an all-star of Gloucester stage cast.
There is no
Oh, yeah.
loose thread in this cast. It's crazy.
Except for Paul.
Yeah.
Paul's the only who's through it.
Yeah, well, so, you know.
Yeah.
Just keeps unraveling.
I know. Yeah.
Have
Faster
to
and
say have to come.
Shameless again.
People can get tickets where?
Yeah, you can call the box office. You can go on the website. Absolutely. We have a Cape Ann night on Wednesday.
What's that mean?
That means you can get half-price tickets.
And ladies get in free.
And a free
If
lobster.
your name is Anne.
Don't
Get a
start
free
giving
lobster.
ladies get in free.
You get free
It's
lobster.
not a nightclub.
Not yet.
It comes with one free drink.
And a lobster.
And if your name's Ann, then you get.
You get a lobster
If your name's
roll.
Anne, you gotta-
But it's discount tickets for Cape Ann members, so you
Residents,
Cape Ann residents.
Tremendous value.
So you can come, and if you're a local person.
Are there any of the special shows where they have the talk back things or anything?
Well, on Sundays.
Tonight.
So
Tonight's the night.
And next Sunday.
yeah, and next
won't be
Sunday
ready.
too.
So I have to push
Tonight's
this.
show is called
Yeah.
The Turn. It's a powerful play. We're doing in collaboration with a company from Boston called Israeli State.
Nails in that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nail Nacer.
Yeah.
Philology.
Yeah, he was here last.
He was a
Sunday.
great job with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
And
So-
True West last year. He came.
In True West. Oh my God.
So that's tonight at 7:30, and then Tuesday night at 7:30, there's this great one-person play called Jimmy Titanic, and Colin Hamill's this wonderful, crazy Irish actor who's done a bunch of shows at Boston.
Oh, so crushworthy. I have
And
such a crush on him.
He's going to be here.
Hello.
for-
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Sorry, Lewis. He knows.
Whoa.
Lewis,
This
Lewis,
is
you
like-
better wrap it up. You
Get
better
the boat started. Start
She's
the boat.
wondering why he hasn't put the ring on
Yeah,
the
you better
finger.
put
She
a ring
takes
on
shots
that,
at him every
Lewis.
2 seconds.
That's it.
God.
Ping, ping.
Yeah. Boom.
But
Sucker punch. Yeah,
but
sucker
and
punch.
Randy Kisser.
the talk back next Sunday. It's right after the show, which is probably like 4, a little after 4. You don't have to
4
come to the
hours.
show. You can come to another show,
I
and
wanna
just
come.
come Sunday and hear these guys.
Yeah,
Is there drinking for that too?
there is drinking.
Yeah.
Sure. You can,
And the
It's-
talkback.
it's
The other thing about the
encouraged.
talkback that I should point out is that you will see small doors.
You will see bucket stuff.
Yeah, you'll see bucket stuff that is never seen anywhere.
Because we need
That's a-
feedback from the people who have seen
Yeah.
the show and say, well, would you?
if you were the
What?
director,
Right,
would you
right.
put
You're
this-
trying to show. Yeah,
People largely
you
ask
put
you,
pressure
why
on
did you
Bob
do that?
Walsh.
Yeah,
Big time pressure.
Right.
So anyone that goes, if you're in the corner of the actors,
Yeah.
you say yes. We need more of the bucket stuff.
Yeah.
And
Dump
if
the
you're,
bucket.
if you're on the
Dump
side
the
of Bob Walsh,
Yes.
you kind of pit each other back and forth.
That's right.
Because they don't know what they're missing.
That's right.
No.
Give them an opportunity. So wait a second. Let's recap. There will be alcohol. There will be air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Very
there will
small
be-
doors.
and there will be very small doors and buckets.
And buckets.
Stuff bucket stuff.
Yeah.
Buckets.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
And
gonna
that
stuff
naked
your
guy.
bucket.
And Foley effects and unicorns
And
and naked guys.
And then we're walking.
Christopher
Rain
Walken,
Man,
Rain
and it's
Man.
nude.
And then Joe Pesci will be there. It's going to be wild. He's going to have his shine box.
Frezza,
Because we got a couple of clowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you a clown?
Wait, make you laugh? That's funny to you?
I love these guys. All right, come on down.
Yeah,
Come on
come on
down.
down.
Get your
And
tickets.
Also,
Hey,
next Friday on the
Bobby De
19th is
Niro?
the
Heidi's
big
trying to sell
Gloucester
shows.
Stage Company 40th anniversary gala
Yeah.
at Mile Marker. You guys were just talking about Mile Marker with the Bluefin. We're going to have our big gala at Mile Marker, and we are honoring one of our longtime board members and supporters as well.
Oh, wow.
B. Waring is receiving our first Legacy Award. So
She's been so involved for so many years. As a matter of fact, her daughter was just here.
I saw her drive out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lisa,
yeah,
yeah.
And I think her daughter will be there. then.
Unfortunately, now Wendy got a gig on Mrs. Maisel. So, but we do have Sandra Shipley and Paul O'Brien, longtime actors here at the company for many, many years. Barbara Walsh, who was in Songs for a New World, and Richard Snee and Michaela Donovan, who are going to reprise a little Barefoot Park. Plus, there'll be songs and music and drink and auctions.
Mile Marker.
And there's an
Maybe at
auction.
the end, then I
And
polish off
maybe
and make this way
after
for
the
that.
show, these guys will make an appearance and come over to Mile Marker.
With small
Naked.
doors.
Yeah, we're
Naked.
gonna bring the small door.
Yeah,
Naked
bring the
with
small
small
door to
doors.
Mile Marker.
Small door, big entrance.
Oh! We're gonna need a bigger door.
Oh, yeah.
So, and there's still tickets available for the gala. You can do that through the
Website.
Through the website as well.
We will put a link on the website. Guys, thank you guys so much.
Thank
for
you.
being here. Awesome, as always. Well, that was awesome.
Yay!
That was
Love
such
those
a
guys.
Tremendous.
They're really fun.
And every one of those, like you could have each one of them and fill an hour and a half individually because they're all that entertaining.
And the show is really fun.
I know.
I think we were going. Is it Wednesday night?
We're gonna go Wednesday night. Chris and I, we're gonna take the kids Wednesday night.
GMG party Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Woo!
I need my tickets. All right, so
all listeners
So if anyone
of
wants to
GMG.
see the stars of GMG, come to Gloucester Stage on Wednesday night.
Wow.
all right,
And
air
take a
conditioning,
picture with
booze,
Joey.
nakedness, unicorns, and Chris and Joey.
And good
And
smelling. Good smelling.
Take a
as
picture with
opposed to-
Lobster Chris.
And Tom's going to come because he's going to write a review.
Tom is our resident critic.
Yes.
So we have a couple of things that we need to finish up on. Pat Dalpiaz, big shout out for our friend Pat who did our oyster specials chart. She finished it. If anybody knows of any oyster specials that we don't have listed, and they have to be, I think she did it $1.50 or less per oyster.
Yeah, that's a good
There's some. She had parameters.
Yeah.
It's like we're not just putting people's regular oyster menu on the chart. It has to be a special, dedicated time or day and price to be included.
Right. And Joe, breaking news. We were talking to TJ the other day. We were talking about mojitos. So I'm gonna.
Oh right, we're
I'm
gonna
gonna take it upon myself whenever I go to a bar, which is very rare during the summer.
You're gonna put yourself out there? You're gonna...
I'm gonna have a mojito and I'm gonna rank them. So by the end of this summer, you'll have from me a list of all the bars in the local area that serve mojitos
and alcoholic anonymous places that we can go to.
And I'm sure you'll be there, every one.
Yeah,
with me,
me
so
and you.
You can.
So wait, we want to do mojitos or do we want to do John Daly's?
What's the
we could do John Daly's too. Why don't you take John Daly's and I'll take mojitos?
All right.
Such a tough job.
What are John Daly's?
Give me one. What do I get?
Iced tea, vodka, and lemonade. Right?
Iced tea or lemonade?
Oh, lemonade.
I
What did I
the
say?
golfer?
Yeah.
Well, Arnold Palmer,
Arnold
right.
Pa-
Arnold
Arnold
Palmer
Palmer
is
is
lemonade and iced tea.
Oh, so now
John
we're...
Daly is known as being a gregarious drinker, so
Okay.
it's an Arnold Palmer with vodka.
I
I find that Moscow mules vary greatly as well.
Yes.
They're really good at one place and really bad
It
at
all
the next
depends on
place.
the ginger beer.
Yeah.
The ginger beer can make a
Sometimes there's like a really bad aftertaste.
Yeah.
Well, Gosler's. I mean, honestly, I wasn't just joking about the Bluefin Blowout. With that, they have like 4 or 5 drink specials.
Yeah.
And they're reasonably priced, and it's generally a hot day, and it's just a nice take.
Can I circle back to that for 1 second? Just on the periphery of being around that organization a lot, but not being that organization. I can toot their horn more than they tooted themselves, and I'm so happy you brought up the scholarship that they gave. But those people just, whether it's a Bluefin Blowout or any other time during the year, they just go above and beyond. But one of the reasons why the Bluefin Blowout is so fun is that the group of people that gets underneath that tent at any given hour is just tremendous. I mean, they're the most generous people you meet, the captains and the crews, and obviously Waugh and the sponsors and the vendors, and you put all those people together in one space, and it just is so much fun, but also just so moving. It really is. Like you get there and you're in the presence of all those people who just want to give and do, while also really enjoying themselves and making the most of the summer, and it's really just a really special.
You want to be a part of. You want to be a part of wherever they're at. That's
you want to be there.
You want to be there. It's they make it great. So are you familiar with the Num Num?
No.
Okay, it's a houseboat. 1969. I think it's an Aqualine houseboat.
I think you posted.
That's why
about
I was
that
asking
before,
you
yeah.
because I was upset. It was a couple of years ago. I didn't know the guy at the time, Marcel. He bought this old houseboat, fiberglass shell.
Yeah.
He gutted it, and he is very handy woodworking stuff. And his girlfriend, or significant other, is an interior designer. So they made this ridiculously cool houseboat. Finished it off with real, wood interior and bathroom and fabrics and pillows and it's been a dream of mine to party with Marcel and these guys, and I finally got aboard the Num Num yesterday.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
so I can die happy now.
Wow. Did you take pictures and stuff?
I didn't. You know what? I didn't have. We were out on the water, and it's been really liberating going out on the water and just putting the cell phone away.
Yeah.
I took one little video going through the Cut Bridge yesterday. That was it.
Do they have pictures somewhere up online?
Well, I put some. The interior.
Yeah.
They have an Instagram page.
Okay.
And if
That's
you look it
something
up,
like that,
what made me obsessed with it before I knew Marcel was watching the progress of this thing get transformed. Well, Chris, how cool was that boat?
And they don't rent it, right? It's not.
No.
It's just
They live on it.
Well, they don't even live on it. They just use it as a. So you know how when I post pictures of my fishing boats, it's F/V, which stands for fishing vessel, and some boats are M-/V, which is motor vessel.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
They had on the name in front of Num Num is P-V.
Party vessel.
And party vessel.
Oh, sorry. Did I ruin it?
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, I totally fucked
So
me.
sorry.
That's okay.
Here,
Thanks.
rewind.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I've said all morning.
You know how much I love to edit. No, that's exactly what it was. Party vessel, which I thought was cool as hell.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Good for them.
great group of people. Chris and I went to Yella. Chris has been there 6 times. I've been there once.
I've been there once. It was
As you can
amazing.
tell from my waistline.
Kim.
I had the scallops. I mean, it was
Ridiculous.
It was ridiculous.
Can you believe that space was the former space where Morning Glory was?
Yeah.
No.
Have you been inside there, Nicole?
I tried one day. I went down to, it was like morning of the fiesta. It wasn't like crazy part of the fiesta. I went down to take some pictures on the beach, and then I was trying to get across, but the deck was full, and I was like, sorry, I'll go back again. But I can't wait. I've heard nothing but
It's
tremendous
the food,
things
the
about
food
it from
is-
everyone.
The food, the service, the decor. I mean, it's really fun.
It's another feather in the cap that is the Gloucester restaurant scene.
Did you meet Danielle when you were there? Because she walks around. And
She
helps
came
you.
out. She
And she knows she's coming
she
to the
recommended
podcast.
some dishes.
She's coming to the podcast.
She's coming this coming Sunday. Yeah,
coming
yeah.
Sunday.
So
Nice.
she has some interesting stories that she's going to share with us too next Sunday. So look for that. Yeah, Bluefin
The
blowout.
cocktails are unbelievable there too.
We have such a drinking. There's a common thread.
Forget about the
Every
cocktails.
single topic.
How the tides have turned, Kim. Correct? It was just a couple of months ago that I was still the one in the room that got teased for drinking.
Well, ever since this
not
guy
even on
moved
the
here,
radar
he's just
anymore.
he's hell bent on punishing my liver.
Oh yeah, you're a saint.
I'm a saint. That's exactly
He
right.
was until you moved back.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly what happened. All right, so look for Pat Dalpiaz's Oyster Specials. Bluefin Blowout coming up July 25th to 27th. 39 Steps is playing right now. Wednesday night's Cape Ann night. You can check that out.
Talk back next Sunday.
Talk back next Sunday. When's the gala?
The gala is July 19th.
July 19th. We have the gala.
Oh, that's coming right up.
Coming right up. And it's just, this is the best part of the summer. Let's just go enjoy it. And thank you guys for coming.
Thank you.